that's dope, you know. So, you know, it was good sparring. It was very good experience for me.
Him, the way we focused on him.
The bigger guys training for this, how's that felt?
You said
sparring the bigger guys.
Oh.
The showdown between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez is a clash of boxing's biggest stars. However, this time, the focus is on Terence Crawford and Gennady Golovkin. Crawford understands the stakes of risking his undefeated 41-fight career against Canelo Alvarez. To prepare and avoid potential pitfalls, he has turned to Canelo's former opponents for insight. Just a few weeks ago, we even saw Terence Bud Crawford training in the gym with Floyd Mayweather.
Can you fill in the blank? Triple G is blank.
Si puedes terminarle la explicación. Triple G es ¿qué dirías?
Now, Crawford has sought the help of Gennady Triple G Golovkin, despite Canelo defeating him twice in their trilogy. To this day, the first fight remains highly controversial, as Golovkin outlanded Canelo in 10 of the 12 rounds, yet the judges ruled it a draw. That result set the stage for a heated trilogy, where Canelo went on to solidify his dominance in the following two bouts.
I mean, you don't have to give details. I know you guys are competitive, but what was that sparring like? Fight fans want to know. It was dope. It was dope. It was dope. I appreciate it.
Crawford is eager to understand how Gennady Golovkin was able to trouble and dominate Canelo Alvarez, leading to their controversial draw. His friendship with Golovkin began when rumors surfaced last year about a potential fight between them. One of the first lessons Crawford learned from Triple G? Just how powerful Canelo Alvarez's punches truly are.
Great for even, giving me the opportunity to step in the ring with him, I could say that.
One of the biggest punches in the Canelo vs. Golovkin trilogy came in their first fight when Canelo landed a massive right hand in the 9th round, catching Triple G clean. Golovkin later revealed to DAZN just how hard the punch actually was, and his response might interest Crawford. "I remember that punch, I let it get through. I don't know what to call it. It wasn't hard, it felt more like a slap, maybe a sliding punch," Golovkin said. By downplaying Canelo's power, Golovkin's words could give Crawford even more confidence as he prepares for a potential showdown with Alvarez.
So Jake Paul's in town, you guys gonna get dinner?
I didn't think so.
Maybe next time.
Canelo, can you fill in the blank for me? Triple G is blank.
Beyond their conversations, Terence Crawford also had a brief sparring session with Golovkin, similar to his recent training with Floyd Mayweather. When rumors of a Crawford vs. Triple G fight surfaced, many questioned its legitimacy. Some matchups in boxing simply aren't realistic, no matter how much fans may want them. This was the case when speculation arose that His Excellency Turki Alalshik was exploring a potential megafight between former undisputed welterweight champion Terence Crawford and former super middleweight champion Gennady Golovkin.
Однозначно да, потому что я скажу так, во мне вот эта вот страсть к боксу еще пока не остыла. В данный момент у меня 3 пояса в 160, мне надо решать свои вопросы.
Triple G, now 42, never officially announced his retirement, but after suffering his second career defeat to Canelo Alvarez in 2022, he never returned to the ring. Instead, he took on a new role as the head of Kazakhstan's Olympic Committee, further fueling speculation that his boxing career was over. However, when rumors spread on social media that Turki Alalshik was planning a Crawford vs. Golovkin fight for 2025, the Saudi royal quickly shut them down. Fight Hub TV picked up the story and asked fans for their thoughts, which seemingly caught Alalshik's attention. Wasting no time, he jumped into the comments and simply wrote, "Not truth," confirming that the rumored bout was nothing more than a hoax.
Ну, я думаю, даже скажу, может быть, немножко громко, я неплохо себя чувствовал, и если вы видели, как я...
Even after Alalshik shut down the Crawford vs. Triple G fight rumors, fans couldn't help but share their thoughts on the hypothetical matchup. Despite what appears to be retirement, Golovkin still enjoys a loyal fan base, with many quick to defend him. One fan speculated that Golovkin still possesses his trademark power despite his age, writing, "At 160, Triple G might be slow, but I'm sure he's still powerful." But have people seen him lately? The man looks retired, like he hasn't sparred or run 6 miles in 2 years. Interestingly, while Golovkin doesn't appear poised for a comeback, he has hinted at a potential return in several interviews.
В принципе, даже не пропускал и не устал. То есть я показал, что есть силы, чему я очень рад.
Another fan shared their bold prediction for the hypothetical matchup, writing, "Crawford won't even step in the ring for this fight. Triple G would stop him within 7 rounds." Notably, in Crawford's last 12 bouts, he has gone the distance only once, proving he is no easy opponent. Yet, another user echoed similar sentiments, saying, "Prime Triple G versus Bud? Triple G wins with ease." In his prime, Golovkin was one of the most feared punchers in boxing, boasting an impressive record of 42 wins, with 37 coming by knockout.
Где бы я бы ни находился, я, конечно, буду думать о том, как вернуться.
Additionally, Crawford's move up in weight wouldn't have worked in his favor. One fan seemed baffled by the idea of the fight, writing, "SMH, Terence might need to retire, he has no one left to fight. They're just pulling names out of a hat at this point." However, that's not entirely true. Jaron Boutsenis has been eager to face Crawford, but Bud has yet to accept the challenge. Meanwhile, another user seemed excited about the fantasy matchup, saying, "Old Triple G versus Crawford would be amazing. Both were elite fighters with incredible skills." Indeed, it would have been a thrilling fight, but as with many dream matchups in boxing, some just aren't meant to happen no matter how much fans want them.
Pocos huevos.
This is exactly what happened in today's story, where rumors suggested that His Excellency Turki Alalshik was looking into a potential megafight between former undisputed welterweight champion Terence Crawford and former super middleweight champion Gennady Golovkin. While that fight never materialized, Crawford eventually landed the matchup he had been aiming for against Canelo Alvarez. This fight represents a major milestone in both fighters' careers. Crawford has faced top names like Errol Spence Jr., Sean Porter, and Amir Khan over the years, while Canelo has gone toe-to-toe with legends like Floyd Mayweather, Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley, and Sergey Kovalev, 3 of whom were also opponents of his longtime rival, Golovkin. Canelo and Golovkin met 3 times over a 5-year span, starting with their first bout in September 2017, which ended in a controversial majority draw. Many fans believed Golovkin deserved the win.
We don't know. We know he's capable of a lot of things, but, we're not going to overlook anything, and that's why we prepare the way we prepare and focus on.
A rematch between Canelo and Golovkin took place 12 months later, with Canelo claiming a narrow points victory. The third fight, in 2022, was arguably the most decisive, as Alvarez once again won on points, but this time, the victory was more comfortable. Recently, Canelo signed a 4-fight deal with Riyadh Season, with the first of these major bouts scheduled for May 3rd. He will face IBF super middleweight champion Caleb Plant in an effort to become the undisputed super middleweight champion once again. One person who has first-hand experience in preparing a fighter to face the Mexican icon is Abel Sanchez, who coached Gennady Golovkin in 2 of his fights against Canelo in 2017 and 2018. Speaking to KO Artist Sports, Sanchez gave Crawford little to no chance against Canelo, emphasizing that Crawford's significant weight disadvantage would be a major factor in the fight.
I always spar bigger guys. Yeah. I never spar nobody my size, so that's nothing.
Okay, guys, thank you.
So super middleweight wouldn't be a problem, right?
Nope. Thank you, Terence. Appreciate you.
"It's a ridiculous fight," said Andre Ward, adding, "I've said this before, Crawford is a great fighter, but he's been the same from 135 to 147. He hasn't changed anything to make himself competitive at the higher weights, but Canelo has. Crawford hasn't been destroying his opponents, he dominated one who was a shadow of his former self. On the other hand, Canelo is destroying everyone he faces. He's been demolishing them, but Crawford's not. Yes, it's a big money fight, but it's not a true contest." Ward, a former 2-weight world champion, also shared his thoughts on the potential super fight between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford.
Like, I can bet the house on, but because me and him.
Bud Crawford has been eyeing a fight with Canelo ever since his career-defining performance last year against welterweight rival Errol Spence Jr. Although the Mexican initially dismissed the matchup, he recently admitted he'd be willing to defend his super middleweight titles against the naturally smaller Crawford if the money was right. Speaking on the All the Smoke podcast, Andre Ward, who retired undefeated with a record of 32-0, revealed the 2 matchups he's most eager to see in boxing. I want to see Canelo fight Terence Crawford or David Benavidez, Ward said. You have two options, you can go with someone in your weight class, or you can pick on the smaller guy, Terence Crawford.
We so much alike in our mentality. Like soon as I see this dude, he come in the room or I come in the room, we start arguing about basketball.
In a potential Crawford-Canelo clash, Andre Ward's money would be on the man who last fought 3 weight classes lower. I'm not betting against Terence right now, against anybody, Ward said. When we're talking about the most skilled fighters in the game today, Crawford is someone you can't bet against. But if I were to bet my house on someone, it's Bud. Ward explained that he and Crawford share a similar mentality. We're so alike in our mindset. He's skillful, yes, but it's his heart and mind that set him apart. There aren't many guys like that out there right now. A lot of guys talk a good game, but until you're in that real fight, I'm not saying Crawford is a guy you should beat, I'm saying he's a 50-50 matchup. Until then, we don't really know what you're about.
Wrestling, anything, bro. Like, man, you can't, man, you looking small. What you mean I'm looking small? You looking small. Like, it's just that, like, you gotta really hurt that dude to turn.
He's different. He's a dog, Shakur Stevenson said, expressing what sets Crawford apart. That's the kind of stuff that gets me out of my seat. It means when it's time to be that guy, he can be that guy. Stevenson, who famously refers to Terence Crawford as his big brother, also believes Crawford would defeat Canelo Alvarez if they ever met in the ring, despite Crawford conceding a 14-pound weight disadvantage to the Mexican superstar. Unlike Jermall Charlo, Canelo has insisted he has no interest in facing Crawford due to the size difference. However, Stevenson doesn't believe the weight would be an issue for the pound-for-pound king. The former 2-weight world champion believes skills, not size, decide fights and is confident that Crawford has the perfect formula to win. With his southpaw stance, exceptional movement, and solid fundamentals, Stevenson believes Crawford could give Canelo a serious headache in the ring.
Like I stopped been saying this, I don't think size win fights, I think skills do. Yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing, it'd be hard for Canelo, that high guard, to walk him down and load up on them big hooks. I think Bud would be Canelo.
When speaking about Crawford's next steps on IFL TV, Shakur Stevenson praised Terence Crawford, stating, "Crawford is running things right now." As for who Crawford should face next, Stevenson expressed his desire to see a matchup against Jermall Charlo. However, with Charlo already lined up to face Canelo, Stevenson still believes Crawford could defeat Canelo. "I genuinely believe Crawford could beat Canelo," Stevenson said. With his southpaw stance, great movement, and solid boxing, it would be tough for Canelo to walk Crawford down and land his powerful hooks. Stevenson added, "I wish Charlo wasn't fighting Canelo, but it is what it is. I think Bud could beat Canelo, and I'd love to see it, because I don't think size wins fights, I think skills do."
Who knows?
That smile's telling me something else, bro. I think it might be on the line, no?
I'm just saying, man, we can't say it's not going to happen. We can't say that it is.
Canelo Alvarez vs. Terence Crawford is one of the biggest boxing matchups that could be made right now, and with Saudi Arabia's growing involvement in the sport, it seems more possible than ever. Trainer Robert Garcia weighed in on the potential fight, discussing Canelo's advantage over Crawford and also addressing Crawford's current situation. Garcia clarified that if Crawford doesn't secure a fight with Canelo soon, the Omaha boxer may likely choose to retire.
No, because the way Crawford is doing it is because he knows it's the biggest payday in his life, and he'll never, maybe what he could get against Canelo, he's never made in all his fights combined.
Crawford is a smart man, he's already accomplished everything he set out to do, Garcia said in an interview with Fight Hype. He's done a lot, and he doesn't need to challenge himself further. He doesn't have to prove anything to anyone. I've talked to him personally, and my feeling is that he really wants that big fight against Canelo. If he doesn't get it, he might never fight again. Garcia also mentioned other potential opponents for Crawford, including Jermall Charlo, Virgil Ortiz Jr., Sergey Bohachuk, and Xander Zayas.
So of course, why would he call out Benavidez when he's calling out Canelo knowing that he's going to make double the money?
Because he wants to fight at 68, that's why.
So that's why.
For Robert Garcia, Crawford no longer needs to seek out another fight. Due to his incredible career and undefeated record, he has nothing left to prove. He's already achieved everything, Garcia explained. I don't see him fighting just to please the fans who tell him he needs to fight this or that person. Garcia believes that if it were about money, Crawford wouldn't need to fight again. He's taken care of his wealth and made smart investments. The only reason Crawford would return to the ring is for that big fight against Canelo, to close out his career on a high note. He's going to look for that big fight and enjoy his life, Garcia continued. He's a very smart man, and he's invested his money. He doesn't need to fight again, but he's still looking for that big fight with Canelo. If he gets it, he'll take it, but other than that, he might never fight again.
That's why, you know why. He wants to make the biggest fucking payday.
Does he have a chance in the fight?
Everybody has a chance, but I think he'll put up some good rounds. I think he loses to Canelo, but he'll put up good rounds. Better than Charlo did.
If the fight against the Guadalajara boxer happens, Garcia believes Crawford could hold his own against Canelo for several rounds. While he may not have enough to defeat him, Garcia thinks Crawford could earn Canelo's respect and the respect of the public. I think Crawford could give a good showing, Garcia said. The first 6 to 8 rounds would be very competitive. Crawford has skills, he's very strong, with great speed and good power to earn Canelo's respect and show him respect. But eventually, I think Canelo's size and strength will be too much. However, for those 6 rounds, I think it would be a very entertaining fight, Garcia concluded.
Crawford-Canelo.
He'll fight. He'll probably just stop and get knocked out. But he'll put up some good rounds. Yeah, but he'll put up.
The plans for a fight between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford appear to remain just a hopeful intention, as there's a significant obstacle beyond agreeing on a multi-million-dollar purse. Canelo might not be willing to budge, even if Turkey Alec offers him the biggest payday of his career. Ryan Garcia has made his stance clear regarding a potential matchup between boxing champions Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, leaving little room for doubt. Known for his outspoken remarks, Garcia called Crawford an overhyped bum and confidently stated that Alvarez would emerge victorious if they faced off in the ring. Speaking to Seize TV, Garcia didn't hold back. He accused Crawford of being a boring fighter who doesn't deserve the attention he gets and claimed that he's simply stealing boxing's money.
Other than Errol Spence Jr. that went through a car crash. Name one guy that he beat other than Errol Spence that's well known. Sean Porter that was from Wash. Who has he beat? He hasn't beat nobody, bro. He's not gonna beat nobody, bro. Terence Crawford is out.
The young fighter, who is currently serving a doping ban, went as far as to challenge Crawford, saying, "Come see me in the ring if you think I'm talking nonsense." Garcia's remarks were particularly bold, considering his ongoing suspension and the controversy surrounding his failed drug test earlier this year. Unsurprisingly, Garcia was firm in his opinion and even called out one of the boxing superstars to face him if they disagreed.
Alright, bro. Terence Crawford is not no, he ain't like that, bro. Terence Crawford is an overhyped bum, bro. I'm sorry. Somebody gotta say it. You're an overhyped bum, bro. I'm looking at the camera right now. You suck, bro. Stop back.
Terence Crawford is not like that, Garcia told Seize TV. Terence Crawford is an overhyped bum. I'm sorry, but somebody has to say it, you're an overhyped bum. I'm looking at the camera right now, you freaking suck, bro. Stop acting like you're that guy. Stop stealing boxing's money and wasting everybody's time. You're not entertaining, you're boring as hell. Come see me in the ring if you think I'm talking nonsense. I can do it anytime, bro. Despite his strong words, Garcia remained confident that a fight against Crawford could still happen at some point. I could definitely see Crawford. What do you mean? Garcia said.
Like you're like that. Stop stealing boxing money. You're wasting everybody's money. You're not entertaining, bro. You're boring as. Come see me in the ring if you think I'm talking shit. I can do it anytime.
You need to see Crawford.
I can definitely see Crawford, bro. What do you mean? I've seen many fighters like him too. He's not that good, bro. He gets hit a lot, bro. He gets bobbled, hit, bro. He's not untouchable, bro. You act like he's Mayweather.
I was one of the best fighters in the amateurs, bro, and so was he, Garcia said. I've seen many fighters like him. I don't care if he can take away my left hook, I'll find a way to get to him. He's not that good. He gets hit a lot, he gets wobbled. He's not untouchable. If a fight between Garcia and Crawford ever happens, it would likely take place at a catchweight. Garcia has never fought at the 147 pounds welterweight limit or above, while Crawford last fought at super lightweight, 140 pounds, in August 2017. Currently suspended for testing positive for a banned substance following his fight with Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia continues to make waves in the boxing world by speaking out about his peers, often downplaying their accomplishments.
I don't think that he's not a great fighter, but I don't think he's as good as people say. He's not like a Sugar Ray Leonard, not Tommy Hearn. You can't do that because he's not like that, bro. He hasn't fought nobody that has firepower like him.
Ryan Garcia's target is Terence Crawford, who has been pushing for a fight with Canelo Alvarez in 2025, although the Mexican boxer has yet to accept the challenge. Garcia claims he has already reached out to Crawford, calling him with the intention of proving that Crawford isn't as good as people think, taunting him with the possibility of a big payday. As for Bud Crawford, I already called him, Garcia said. I think he's just trying to get a fight with Canelo Alvarez, but I don't think that's going to happen. Have you ever fought someone with one-punch knockout power? No. That's why I think Bud Crawford is overrated.
Who would win, him or Boots?
I like Boots. In my opinion, I like Boots. I don't think Crawford could keep up with somebody that talented and young and fast. I haven't even seen him fight somebody talented.
I'd love to fight Bud, but I don't think he's as good as people say. If Bud is listening, I'd love to face you. I'd give you a beating, Garcia said, referring to the undefeated Terence Crawford, the WBC and WBO welterweight champion. That's it for now. For the latest updates on boxing news, events, and action, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss out on our quality content. Until next time, peace out.